Hi guys, Lazola here. Welcome to my page. I haven't made a video in a very long time. It's been quite hectic. Um, we're now in level 4 lockdown, so there's been a lot of changes that have been happening. And yeah, I've got some good news. So I'm now a father for the second time, and it's been a really good experience. So I just thought that let me just make a video about that, and also how life has been like balancing my new role, because I'm now at the 6 month mark in my new role, and my team and I are now in the storming phase. So it's quite interesting, how balance, you know, balancing being a father to a newborn and, managing a team that's now in the storming phase. But anyway, this is what this video is about. So anyway, my son's name is Luandle. So it's a picture of me and him at the theater. And he was born on the 19th of May, 2021. And yeah, a very proud moment for me. Quite an emotional moment because my wife and I have a daughter, and having a daughter now, having a son, it's like, oh, perfect. And our daughter is turning 3 on Monday, and yeah, so it's I think the whole experience was a bit weird compared to the birth story of our daughter, because now our son was born in the middle of a pandemic, and with all the COVID regulations, it was a bit, I couldn't get the full experience, because I mean I could only be at theater for a certain while, or not theater, the hospital, for a certain period. Afterwards, I had to go, and I couldn't bond with them like I would normally, like I did the first time around. So it was like a weird experience. But anyway, so my son's name is quite significant to me, because Luandle means ocean, or sea in English. And the reason why I chose the name is because the ocean is a very special place for me. It's in fact the only place I go to when I'm in a very stressful mental state, and it's a place where I always go and seek or get clarity, you know. And I thought to myself that if I ever have a son, I would like to name him after the ocean, so that he can be a person that is clear, and the ocean is also a place that is limitless. So I would like him to also, approach life with that mentality that, life has no limits. You can just go balls to the wall, So that's the 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 story behind his name. And yeah, the birth happened quite well, or the whole birth experience was pretty good for us. My wife was a champ. I mean, she carried a 4.3 kilogram giant, and she's only 1.74 meters tall. So she's not the tallest of people, but she carried a giant and she took it like a champ. So it's been nice, man. I think our family has been really transitioning very well, and our daughter has been very welcoming of our new brother. I've really enjoyed seeing how she embraces him as a big sister. So it's been nice to watch, and yeah. So on the work side, we're now in the 6 month mark, and we passed the forming part of the Tuckman model. We're now in the storming phase, and it's rough. It's rough, and yeah, I think the challenging part when my team and I entered the storming phase a few weeks ago was balancing being my dad, and being there for the business and leading my team. And I really had to, make an intentional decision that I will not compromise time with my family. Um, and it's a bit, it's a bit, it's a bit of a tough one for a guy like me, especially someone that always um, immerses himself in his work. But this time around, I said, um, my wife had a C-section, so she can't drive until everything settles well. So I said, I'm going to drop off our 2-year-old at daycare every morning, which means that I will not do what I would normally do, which is get to work around 6 and be there and leave it around 6. I'm gonna make time and go and drop off my daughter, which means that I only rock up at work around 8, and I need to pick her up at daycare, which means I can only leave work around 5, so I can't stay late. And I think I've been enjoying how I've been intentional about making time, to go and pick her up and leaving work, and then how, the conversation was very welcomed by my boss, because I was quite, um, you know, I think it's a pride thing. I was like, yo, how am I gonna tell, our boss that, yo, um, I'm not gonna be able to put in extra hours because I need to go and drop off my daughter at school. It was uh, that tough guy thing where how am I going to have the conversation? But I decided to have it, and yeah, I was quite surprised by his response. He was like, "Dude, I mean, you mentioned that family is one of your values, and it's one of my values as well. So yeah, it's fine. And it's still your first year in the job, so just take it easy." So I think I've really enjoyed that. And I think the message I wanted to give to everyone out there is that, your family will always be there for you. Jobs you can chop and change, but the only constant in your life is your family, and the time you spend with your family you can never get back. So it's important to prioritize and try and push to get a balance between your role and your family, because you don't want to find yourself in a situation where you lose out or you miss out on special moments with your children. So yeah, man, that's just the gist of this video. So I'll try and make more videos going forward, and the focus on upcoming videos is going to be about, because the initial videos were about transitioning from being a student to being employed. Now the second season that I'm going to start very soon is going to be about how to transition into a management role, and what are the key lessons that I've learned, and the models that are out there that I've read about in and applied, and that have worked for me. I'll be sharing those with you guys. So yeah, stay tuned and don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and let me know in the comments on what would you like me to improve on. Thank you very much.